Hey, what's up y'all, it's Charlie. On today's episode I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious homemade bubblegum pound cake from scratch. Now this cake, it has bubblegum flavor in it, and this is how it looks here. This is a bubblegum extract, it's a natural extract, and we add that into the cake and into the icing in small quantities along with our butter, eggs, sugar, leavening, and flour. And it also has the colors of bubblegum, which is pink or blue. It could also be other colors as well, but those are the two main colors that I could think of. And after the cake is baked, we top it with a delicious butter vanilla bubblegum glaze with the two colors, pink and blue, right on top. This cake you can get about 18 to 22 or possibly more servings, all depending on how you slice it. It has a wonderful bubblegum flavor. It's moist. It's a perfect cake to try during the summer months. It's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your homemade bubblegum pound cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some swan's-down cake flour or all-purpose flour. And along with that, you will need some sugar, salt, baking powder, baking soda, unsalted butter at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, whole milk at room temperature, sour cream at room temperature, heavy whipping cream at room temperature, vanilla extract, butter extract, bubblegum flavored extract, pink and blue gel paste or liquid food colorings, and some confectioner's sugar. And for your tools, you will need some Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray, and to bake your bubblegum pound cake, you will need a Fat Daddy-O tube pan. Now this is a 15 cup capacity tube pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to get started with our dry ingredients. So in a mesh strainer with a medium-sized bowl underneath it, add 3 cups of cake flour or all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift all the ingredients into the medium-sized bowl. Stir all your ingredients together. Now for our wet ingredients. Now I want to let you know that the ingredient amounts for the whole milk, heavy cream, and sour cream will vary if you're using cake flour or all-purpose flour. If you're using cake flour, which I'm using, add a half a cup of whole milk at room temperature, a half a cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature, and a half a cup of sour cream at room temperature. If you're using all-purpose flour, add 1/3 cup of whole milk at room temperature, 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature, and 2/3 cup of sour cream at room temperature. Now for the rest of the ingredients, add 1 tablespoon of bubblegum extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of butter extract. Stir all your ingredients together with a whisk until combined. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the paddle attachment, you can also use a hand mixer as well. Add 3 sticks of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 3 cups of sugar. Start your mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Turn your mixer up to the highest setting and mix this on high speed for 6 minutes. Now at some point during those 6 minutes, you're going to go ahead and stop your mixer and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Start your mixer on a medium speed and add 5 large eggs in at room temperature, 1 at a time. Alright. scrape down the sides of your bowl. Okay, next we're going to alternate the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the bubblegum cream mixture into the batter. Now we're not doing any measurements or anything like that at this time. Add the first amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the first amount of the bubblegum cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the second amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the second amount of the bubblegum cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the third amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the third amount of the bubblegum cream mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Alright, I've divided the batter into two separate bowls. The weight of the cake batter in each bowl is 2 pounds and 2.5 ounces in weight. First, you're going to add a half a teaspoon of the pink gel paste or liquid food coloring into one bowl and a half a teaspoon of the blue gel paste or liquid food coloring into the other bowl. Swirl it into the cake batter. Take a spatula and stir all the ingredients together in the first bowl. And take your spatula and stir all the ingredients together in the second bowl. And from there, our bubblegum cake batters are now ready. Spray your tube pan with the Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Add the pink colored cake batter into your tube pan. Now it could either be the pink colored cake batter or the blue colored cake batter, whichever one you prefer. Take a spatula and spread the cake batter around your tube pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your tube pan. Next, add your prepared blue colored cake batter into your tube pan. Now you're going to carefully pour this directly on top of the pink colored cake batter. Make sure you do this as evenly as possible. Take a spatula and spread the blue colored cake batter around your tube pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your tube pan slightly and gently tap the bottom of your tube pan with your hand. Now it is ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 325 degree oven on the middle rack. Bake this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes now for our cake. Let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Toothpick inserted into the cake should come out clean. Let the cake cool for about 2 to 3 hours before removing it out of the pan. Okay, here I have a cooling rack with an 11 by 17 inch baking pan underneath it. I'm going to place the cooling rack on top of the tube pan, and from there I'm going to flip the cake upside down onto the cooling rack. And there we go. Turned out beautifully. Alright, let's get started with our bubblegum flavored icing. So in this medium sized bowl, add 1 1/2 cups of confectioner sugar, 3 1/2 tablespoons of warm whole milk, 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 1/4 teaspoon of bubblegum extract, 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir all your ingredients together with a whisk until the icing is creamy and smooth with no visible lumps. Alright, I've added the icing into 2 separate bowls. The weight of the icing in each bowl is 5 ounces total. I'm going to start by adding 1/8 of a teaspoon of the pink gel paste or liquid food coloring into one bowl. Just swirl that on in there. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of the blue gel paste or liquid food coloring into the second bowl. I'm going to swirl all that in there. going to take a whisk and stir all the ingredients together in the first bowl and the second bowl. Stir all those ingredients together. And from there, our bubblegum icing is ready. Take your pink bubblegum icing and pour it onto the outer edge of the cake. Now you want to make sure that you don't pour the pink icing toward the center. You want to keep it directly onto the edge of the cake. Next, you're going to take your blue bubblegum icing and you're going to pour it toward the center of the cake. Now be careful not to pour any of the blue icing onto the pink icing. You want to keep both of those divided from each other. So you only want to pour the blue icing in the areas where the pink icing is not. Here I have two spatulas. I'm going to place them underneath the cake. Carefully lift the cake up and place it onto a cake serving pad or cake serving dish. Let the icing set for about 10 to 15 minutes, and after that, the cake is ready to be served. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut you a slice. Wouldn't be right if I ain't cut you a slice, huh? Come on. Here it is. Wow, look at how beautiful and moist that looks. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Homemade bubblegum pound cake, made from scratch by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Look at that, y'all. Yes. Y'all, this is one of my all-time favorites. This has become one of my all-time favorite pound cakes. It's soft, it's moist, it has a wonderful bubblegum flavor. I mean, y'all, from the cake to the icing, absolutely delicious. I mean, it literally melts in your mouth. It is so good. Gotta hit the table one more time. Yes. Woo. I'm telling y'all, try the recipe. You won't be disappointed. Moist, wonderful bubblegum flavor, delicious. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.